Welcome back to Media Week. More changes among radio teams this week. Let's get the details from our co-host James Manning, editor and publisher of Media Week. Executive movements to start with, James. DMG Radio loses Sean Ryan and he leaves for News Corp Queensland.
Yeah, look, it's a big win for News Corp and perhaps a big win for Southern Cross Stereo up there because their stations have been underperforming. Now they've lost their opposition chief executive, so maybe the management decisions mightn't be as smooth in the past as they have been. But he's been very crucial up there, Sean Ryan. He's a great operator in the market, and it's a big win for News.
Now Melbourne, they lose another breakfast radio team, so this is Tim Watson stepping down from SEN's Morning Glory breakfast show.
Yeah, his co-host Andy Marr's staying on, but it was revealed a day after he announced that he's focusing now on his duties at 7 because he was a weekend sort of news or sports reporter on the 7 News, but now he's going daily down there. 7 News underperforming in that market, so they're looking to Tim to maybe help, re-energise that news bulletin. He'll be on daily with the 7 News as well as keeping his sort of football weekend duties.
Okay, and in Adelaide you've got Mark Aston quitting Mix and maybe headed to the opposition too.
Yeah, to DMG. It's Mix has been a very successful show down there for a long time. Other stations have poached their staff before and been unable to convert them into ratings winners. Have to see what happens here if Mark does turn up at DMG.
Okay, now Kickstarter, this launches in Australia.
Yeah,
Tell us about this.
It's a crowdsourcing online offering that's been very successful in the US. They've opened up in Australia. They had some roadshows here explaining to people what's going on. Now, the people that made The Tunnel, which is a crowdsourced movie, I think it was a horror film. I haven't seen it, but it was quite a lot of publicity about it. They've got a TV series they want to fund called Airlock, and it's up there now, and you contribute as little as $1 or up to as much, I think, $8,000. The interesting thing is the benefits you get. If you contribute $1,000, you'll get a role in the series. You'll get as an extra or something, your photo on the wall or something. $8,000, you'll get your very own preview party. They will come to you, screen the movie just for you and your friends.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
There are benefits
That's
for investors.
Great stuff. So that's Kickstarter launching in Australia. Let's go to the TV ratings for this week.
Sure.
And James, we have got no X Factor on our charts now, because of course that's all over.
Magazine cover
so
this week, not in the
someone else takes the top spot.
Yeah, look, Melbourne Cup and Big Brother, we've talked before about how stations can code a show into different parts. Like the Melbourne Cup, it's 4-minute race or whatever, but they cut it up and they'll code the race, the pre-race, the post-race, and you get all these listings in the top 10. Same with Big Brother, it was just one episode. They've cut it up into 3 parts, and you get all your shows in the top 10. So it's worked for 9 and 7 this week.
Right, and that's the 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for week 45. And let's go to the subscription television ratings, James. Standouts?
Yep. Grand Design's doing pretty well. Paddock the Plate, that's the new Matt Moran series on lifestyle, doing very well as well. Angry Birds cartoons. Animation does very well on Foxtel, on Fox 8.
And the final 5 there as well, Selling Houses Australia in there again.
Yep, that movie, Django Unchained.
Yep.
Great film.
Good stuff. James, let's talk about some of the things coming up. We've got just over a week from the 3 new Foxtel music channels. What are people expecting? Yeah,
look, the interesting one is going to be 2 new MTV brands, MTV Music, which is, you think, a no-brainer, MTV Music, but, the main MTV's moved away from music, has a lot of reality shows now, so they're branding one of the channels MTV Music. MTV Dance will be another.
Back to the knitting, hey?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
And Smooth, which is that successful DMG radio brand, they're going to use that brand on television, which would be interesting to see how that goes. So sort of a bit of a joint effort there from Foxtel and from DMG Radio. They'll combine their resources, get a programming list together. And Foxtel's also, there's all those audio-only channels that a lot of people forget about. You stumble across them sometimes and go, oh, that's right, I've got all these music channels. So they're refreshing that all and call it Foxtel Tunes.
Foxtel Tunes, there you go. Now, 7 signed a deal. And we've got the next big sport coming to our screens. This one interests me, Women's Gridiron.
And they're calling it, the actual name is Legends of Football League. A lot of people refer to it as the Lingerie League.
Yes.
Sort of women wearing, if you like, sort of bikinis with a bit of padding, fighting out there on the football field. Gets a lot of negative
Is it going to be the next big sport?
You wouldn't think so. No. But the people, it's good to see the people supporting it are very, confident and, very positive about the things it could do here. So I think it's going to be on 7 Mate. So I'm interesting to see how it goes. I think there's just 8 matches in the whole season.
Something new, something different. Absolutely. That's good. And also the production company WTFN, it's announced a drama. It's going to be on the book of Julia Gillard.
Yeah, one of
so
the books that examined her time in power. Yeah, the interesting thing is that Rachel Griffiths is attached with this project to play Julia Gillard, which would you think create a lot of interest. And it's unusual for a production company to sort of tout a show publicly before they've got a deal with a network. So as far as we know, that they haven't signed a deal with a network yet. So, in WTFN will be hoping there's some sort of bidding war going on
and hoping that
for
Rachel,
the rights to this,
and that
which
Rachel
you think
Griffith
there'd
has
be a lot of
pulling
interest
power.
in it.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, James Manning. Good to have you on Media
Thank
Week
you,
again. Thank you. That's all we've got time for from the team here. Thanks for your company.